Hello, yeah, wrong. And last night, whilst presenting the live, we heard the news of Charlie Kirk's shooting. We didn't know the outcome of that shooting when we ended the live. And I just felt it was right and proper that I give my opinion on what I believe to be a political assassination. Now, let's look at America and its history. It's not the first time that there has been assassinations. If you want to look at Martin Luther King or RFK or JFK, America has been known to actually assassinate its presidents or luminaries. And also, over a year ago, the attempted assassination of the current president of the United States, President 47, Donald Trump. So who was Charlie Kirk and what was he attempting to do? Well, the first question I have to ask about the shooting is this. Who called the hit on Charlie Kirk? That needs to be investigated. But be in no doubt, this was a professional hit job. Not for the shot from 200 yards. I mean, there's 400 million plus firearms in America. But because of the precise planning and exfil or egress or getaway, if you wish, the lone shooter planned everything with military precision. Now, the FBI told us, oh, we have suspects in custody. And then the FBI told us, oh, we don't have suspects in custody. So why was Charlie doing this Turning Point USA tour? He wanted to have respectful dialogue, in my view, with people that didn't actually agree with him. That was the entire intention of the Turning Point USA tour. That's why he sat there and invited people up to the microphone to ask questions and have a dialogue, a conversation. Charlie wanted debate, regardless of anyone's opinion. In essence, I think, Charlie Kirk was the public square. Accountability, responsibility, and just engage with the political process, with the young. Be alive, be human. Seemingly, we now know you can't have a differing opinion from the left in America. My thoughts? This assassination was very, very, very well planned. Very well thought out. Professionals did this with military precision. The shooter had a plan of egress and escape. They don't even know who it is. Now, Alex Jones has said, oh, they found the rifle. My sources tell me they didn't find anything on the roof. But it takes a professional to evade detection out on a rooftop. One shot, one kill. The headshot. They've not identified a vehicle. No multiple shooters, no people that were there to help. Deep state? Military? Deep state? Mossad? CIA? So that's the who, the what and the where. But now here's the why. Charlie Kirk was the reason Donald Trump got elected. Charlie Kirk carried the youth vote for Donald Trump. The midterms, the Republicans are about to win again. So the political process in America is not very happy currently. The left, the Democrats, are fighting for their political lives and the continuation of their party, in my view, even to the point where people were talking about Charlie Kirk running for a future presidency. He was only 31 years old. And you know, seemingly the shooters that the FBI had in custody, one person in custody was George Zinn, a 71-year-old Utah activist. He's not the shooter. They released him straight after. But another question that trips off the tongue, is this ideological and cultural subversion? It's not about democracy. It's about dictatorship. Diversion, distraction, restriction, revelation. Kirk made a point of debating all young comers on campus vigorously, but importantly, politely. It doesn't matter how he performed in these debates. Sometimes he did well, sometimes he simply didn't. What matters, as J.D. Vance pointed out in the wake of the shooting, was that Kirk provided one of the very few spaces in which the American left and right could meet and hash things out on earnest civil terms. Charlie Kirk, as even his progressive critics have pointed out, was killed whilst practicing what he preached: fearless, robust debate, carried out in real life rather than online or behind the veil of an online avatar. A far more appalling possibility is a loss of faith in non-violent contestation, conversation, debate, even politics if you want to go down that route, as a means for stabilising 21st century democracies and ameliorating today's sharp polarisation. Western societies today are full of lonely, addicted, angry people reeling from the blessings of neoliberal globalisation. My final thought: darkness will be forced into the light. So whether you're aligned with any of the political discourse across the political spectrum, just remember this: they tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds. Grab your popcorn. Buckle up, buttercup. It's gonna get bumpy.